Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Reiki Journey. My name is JJ. I am a shamanic energy medicine practitioner taught by Alberto Vialdo and his team at Shaman School. And I also have this beautiful group of people called Tuta. And Tuta comes through with a different language. My language emerged all at once when I was in Sedona, and I've been practicing with it ever since that day. I don't even know, it's been years since it came out. So um, I saw some questions, and I welcome you, Imelda, for being here. Um, the way I look at Reiki is, well, first of all, if anyone out there is looking to get into maybe a way to connect to energy, connect to spirit. Reiki was my really helped my spiritual journey, and I always thought it was going to be this big thing, so I never took the class. And once I took the class, I just realized it was sometimes Reiki 1 is just a day. Mine was a weekend, and you really get to whether it's online or whether it's in person, you really get to build up your spiritual community as well for the people who are in the class. That's besides this chat. It's really nice to build your spiritual community, so you have support and you can support others. But the way I look at Reiki is channeling. Just opening up to this beautiful Japanese technique of channeling energy, channeling chi. And they have a saying that Reiki goes where it's needed. And so I really love that. So if you ever have the opportunity to experience Reiki, in person with a practitioner, that's really fun. But it can also be done long distance once you take Reiki 2. Well, you can give it once you take Reiki 2. You can receive it anytime, as long as it's a Reiki 2 practitioner. However, a side note to that is, sorry, I had a coughing fit right at the end when I was giving Reiki, and even drinking didn't help. So I think we're going to be clearing some things today. So I sound a little hoarse, but that's not how I woke up. So there's this one way that you can do it. You can rub your hands together. You can clap really hard. And then when you stop, you can feel this tingling in your hands. And I just got goosebumps. And so when you do that, so if you clap really loud right now, I won't do it because of my microphone. However, you clap it, and then you just sit with that and see if you can imagine like there's this ball in between your hands of energy, and see if your fingers might stop tingling after a while, and you can always start clapping again or rubbing your hands together. And then the really fun way to practice is to just do that and see if you can expand your hands and expand the energy and just play around with this ball of light. There's all sorts of ways that humans can help other humans. And, especially when someone you love is sick, and you just rub their back, that sort of thing. But that's a fun way to play with it. Welcome, everybody. Sorry, I'm clearing my throat. Yeah, Jules says I need to pick up my Reiki books again. I just found mine. I was going through my books to figure out which ones I'm never going to read. But I found my Reiki books again. Oh, and also, if anybody out there is like me, where I'm doing Reiki and I kind of forget because there's these ways of doing the symbols. I got these really cool flashcards. You can make them yourself, but Yeah, I got these from the that company called Amazon. But these are my little cheat sheets because usually when I'm doing spirit work, I get in La La Land. Um, I don't see they're not the link isn't on these ones, but I can I'll put it on down below if anybody is interested. So I was doing the Reiki. It's hard for me to do Reiki and do a live stream at the same time. Um, just like how when I'm driving, I can't really mess around with a radio. I just have to focus on one thing. It's how I work. But I do have this list of my clients that I do the Reiki for um, my clients just to do this as a check-in, and I really love it. And then I also do for a general Reiki for everyone. The things that I'm a physical empath, and so I feel things, and the things were at first I felt a lot of pressure, almost like I felt a lot of pressure, like I just almost like a shedding of the skin or feeling like I was actually kind of buried, like there was dirt on me and I just wanted to be let out. So that was really curious. The other thing is I have been feeling jaw pain and pressure in the ears for a couple of weeks for people, and just a lot of pressure. So if anybody out there is feeling pressure, or if you feel like you might be in between two things, um, there's this thing that I've realized that's called like being in the in between, almost like when um, maybe you're not happy at your job, and so you have another one like lined up, and it's like that in between of like it can be quite annoying and frustrating to be in the in between. So, if anybody out there is feeling that for multiple things in your lives, it doesn't have to be job related. It could be like you want to move, you don't know where to move to, but you know where you are isn't working anymore, those sorts of things. So, and then I had a client, we were doing practicing, and they, so Tuta was showing me that there's this, um, it's like right below the chest, like right where where the ribs meet. I don't know if that's the sternum. I can't remember the words, but there's this feeling of it wants to open in that area. So I'm wondering if Tuta will kind of go there. But also, what people do is this is a journey where we do my language. Um, and if I get the vision that they're describing, then I'll share it with you. Um, and the best way to receive this is with light language is to just relax and open up your heart, close your eyes, just get really comfortable. But people in the chat can put down what it is that they'd like to add as ingredients to this journey. Like, for instance, if you are having some jaw pain, maybe you're worried about somebody, you can always you can add anything that you want and you can go wild. There's not just like one thing you can put. It just helps contribute. And if you don't want to write it in the chat, if it's private, you can just write it down on a piece of paper or hold it in your mind. That's okay too. Let me just see what they want to say. I do feel some sadness too. Like when I think about it, it's like energetically, I just want to like kind of like hunch over, and I have like this incredible sadness. And I don't know if it's like a specific like um, just sadness, not necessarily grief, just sadness. Um, Kind of like almost like why am I forsaken? Almost like kind of like feeling like just in the ditch kind of feeling. So, if anybody out there, I know that I go to doctors. I go to the dentist, the eye doctor, I'm on medication to help with, anxiety, ADD, and depression, and I didn't always have those things in my life, and I really wish that I had reached out to doctors before, because I realize now that I've had this, ADD for a while. So I totally honor honor everybody coming here, and thank you for showing up. Um, let's just get right down to it, but I wanna just read, what some people are putting in there so I have it in my mind. Yeah, it feels like a perfect day for that misting and the light rain that people are experiencing. Hi, everybody. It's so good to see you. Eliza says the prayers for the rain impacted sections of Kauai. They had 12 inches of rain in about 12 hours. Wow. Okay. And Annie's manifesting a Reiki class. Okay. Okay, Jewel says, I want to send Reiki to my son who is having a difficult time with anxiety, lack of sleep, lack of zest, and feeling emotionally shut down. Yeah. Okay. He is seeking help. See, that's awesome. Ooh, I got goosebumps with that. Okay. The jaw, Teresa says jaw, but it feels like it is because the ears are pulsing. That's what I felt too, Teresa. There was like a pulsing energy. So, um, which was really interesting. It was definitely, I would describe it as a pulse. Hypnicity says, I feel like I'm in a compressed state. Okay. Release unrest in the universe and restore harmony. That's beautiful. I would wear that if it was a t-shirt. Okay, so hi, Susan. Your knees, okay, and sadness too. Yeah. I'm curious, do you guys feel like the sadness, for the people who are witnessing it, or experiencing it, does it kind of feel like it's all of yours, or do you feel like it might be, like, in a way, kind of collective? Because there are big things happening out there. Um Oh, an acquaintance of yours transitioned yesterday. Hypnicity. She had the pancreatic cancer. Okay, Susan, holding Susan in our heart space. Oh, and the family and friends. Okay, Maya, holding your son-in-law in the heart space too. They're taking an important test today. Paisley says maintaining that lighter feeling of relief after releasing that which is no longer serves during the eclipse. I kind of have a feeling of, oh, I hope it doesn't come back. Like a boomerang. Mother-in-law for Annie Bear. Your mother-in-law is 96. Okay. Jewel is here to remind us of the things happening out and about. I keep clicking it, but there we go. The eclipse. Oh, cool picture. The eclipse energies and the upcoming Jupiter Uranus conjunction is huge. Sorry, I'm like a 12-year-old when it comes to Uranus. Conjunction is huge. Trust the process and don't be in fear. Okay. Okay, Imelda, I see that. Yeah, it's hard to witness somebody who might need some some outside help. So yeah, just supporting you. It's really hard for the ones who witness that when they need. You kind of know what they need, but unfortunately, we can't control everybody. I've tried; it doesn't work. Yep, and that's true, Teresa. We might feel under pressure because we're expanding. Yep, hypnicity. You were buzzing on that word, and okay, Imelda, I think anger comes from being given up for adoption at 14 months. Um, oh, oh, wow, the girl was only 12 when she was pregnant. Oh boy, Imelda. Okay. Annie Bear says, I've been experiencing deep love. Oh, that's right. So many tears. I saw that yesterday as it fills the empty places. Ah, awesome. Okay, so Reiki to your son, Mark. Oh, and the birth mother stepped out of the physical. Wow. It's a lot for anybody. Jewel says we will have started feeling it last June and it will dissipate in July. We will all feel it, but those who have this in aspect to their charts will feel it profoundly. Okay. Does it almost feel like your ears are sending out smoke rings or heat bubbles? Um, for me, it's pressure, but that's really interesting that you say that, Teresa. That came up when I was practicing with somebody. They had bubbles. That's pretty cool. Collective, collective. Yep. Okay. Um, Jupiter brings laughter too, not just Uranus. I'm such a young kid with that stuff. Okay. Collective sadness, Susan says. Okay. And this is true too. Hypnicity says, I feel like I see all this stuff happening and I can't do anything to change any of it. That's why Reiki 2 meant the world to me. Reiki 2 is when you learn the symbols to send it long distance. And I live on the other side of the United States from my family. And when something happens and I can't be there, it's so nice to get permission from them and work on them. Also, when there's things that happen around the world, it's kind of hard to get permission to send, to like where lots of disharmony is happening. But what you can do is just open up, whether you have Reiki or not, for all of this. Just open up your heart space. And when I do the heart space stuff, I think of it as like this sphere in front of my chest, not in my body. I learned that it's better if you imagine it outside of your body, and you can just put whatever you want right there in that sphere, and just really, it's almost like very similar to praying, but you just really hold it in your vision that it's in your heart space and that you care and that you see, and that's helped me a lot. Oh, Beck says I'm at 887. 888 would be great. Oh, good. Rossi's getting the Reiki master. Good, good, good. Great timing, I would say to that. And also, I really love Tuta showed me how to work with the land. So if there's a place that has disharmony, you can always work with the land and the energetic imprints from what are humans or anything is imprinted in that top layer or other layers of the land. And you can see if you can help maybe release some of that imprint in the land. So yeah, welcome Sharon. You're right on time. I'm going to go ahead and get to it because we're at 20 minutes. And thank you guys for being here now or watching the replay. If you think this might help somebody else out there, feel free to share it. if you feel like they might like it or it might help. Okay, here we go. When I was checking in with my clients, it was really interesting. Tuto's been talking about dust lately, so they were blowing on all of the names that I have written down from my clients. And so they blew you guys off in a good way. They weren't like blowing you off, but yeah, blowing you off 3 times to just kind of get the dust off, to really see what's underneath, which kind of makes sense with that pressure. So let's everybody get comfortable and breathe in and release your day. Breathe in and release your day. Breathe in and just really thank yourself for taking this time for yourself and release. It is really special when we take a moment for ourselves. I know I don't do that enough. And this is a great time if you would like to just make sure that this is for your best and highest good. I'm going to call my helpers in and my helper's helper. That's going to get crowded in here. You guys can also call your helpers in, whether you're aware or unaware of them. You can go ahead and call your teams in. They come in all different forms. So if it's an animal or an element, just call those in. And I always like to say, I call you in closer. Wait a few seconds and say, and closer still. It's almost like we're working on the collective through us. Matu Amakuma Shewa. They said we would invite you to sit down, but it's standing room only because there's so many. Ato Yanuka Ashtitat. So good to see everyone. Yanu Kamako Tita Mako Shewa Yamako Yewa. They see some of your helpers and they're like, ah, so good to see you. Anu Yamako Yama. Yanu Kako Yamaka. And they're saying a good way to connect with our bodies is to put our hands on our heart space, if that's comfortable, kunama, and go ahead and do this humming, like a deep humming. Some of us can do om and see if you can feel it in your chest, or you can just make a noise. Hi, 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 hi. See if you can really feel it in your chest. And if you only feel it here, just see if you can like move it down into that heart space. And if anybody is watching this at work and you're doing this, you're the weirdo. Banyutuo, koyama. And the heart can feel so many things. It can feel like lightness from laughter, or awe from witnessing something in nature that just is like so beautiful and magical. And the heart can feel also so much empathy for others, so much empathy. Like the ones that are we're close to, maybe we're close to them, but they're not close to us. And it goes on and on. It could go to your like where you work. It can be like your community. It can stretch out past your community. It can go to all sorts of places, this empathy. And it's a beautiful thing, but it can also be a bit too much sometimes. So let's just think about those things that are in our heart space that we feel empathy towards, where we have like we might be witnessing it, but we know that the people who are in that situation outside of us, it's a really tough time that they're having. And with your hands still on your chest, just imagine that there's this bubble forming outside of your heart space, this beautiful sphere. And what we're going to do first is we're going to place ourselves in the sphere. Just like when we're flying, they tell us to put the mask on us first so we can help others. So just imagine, with your eyes closed, that you're in this sphere. And sending love to yourself, support to yourself. Um, being any age as a human can be really challenging. It would be nice to say something to yourself like, um, "I know you're doing your best right now, and I know that that changes here and there, but I appreciate being strong and being brave, but also asking for help and resting when you need to rest." And this is a good time to invite, whether you're aware or unaware, like your team of helpers um, in this sphere with you. These can be um, loved ones that stepped out of the physical, animals that stepped out of the physical. They could be ancestors. They could be anything that you feel coming into this sphere with you, um, and giving and receiving love and support to you and your team. And I can see them passing around rope, almost like we're all in this together. Your team and you're all in it together. You're passing a rope that you can each either hold on to or tie on to one another, like the mountain climbers do, where it's like if one of us stumbles, we hold the other ones hold us up. And we know that like falling is a thing, stumbling is a thing. Um, but it's so nice to know that there are people that have the rope that holds us. Somebody has a funny person that's helping. They're rolling the rope around you like you're a yo-yo, and they're like they're being they're being kinda silly with you, like, "Yeah, you could be I could control you like a yo-yo." Um, I love it when the funny ones show up. And it's so nice too when I think about the rope that you're holding on to. Um, and, like, just launch an investigation. Is it a braided rope? What's the rope made out of? Is it old? Is it new? And then go ahead, have your helpers step out of the sphere and yourself, and you get to, invite somebody into your sphere, whether it's your mother-in-law, your child, And just seeing that sphere filling up with, without any pressure, just almost, some people will call it like, sending light to that person, um, almost wrapping them up in, some people use a white light, a gold light, a pink light, just kind of infusing, the sphere around them, just to let them know that, you see them, you feel them, we wish them the best. And imagine your helpers, they're on the outside of the sphere now, standing, with you, witnessing who's in the middle of the sphere. And I see they're placing their hands on the sphere and really supporting the one that you would like to support, which is a beautiful thing. And they have their hands on your back as well. It's this beautiful, um, feeling of like soft power, soft strength, standing in our own power, being supported by our team and supporting the one or ones that are in the middle of the sphere. And then popping, that person out of the sphere so it's empty. We're gonna ask you to step back into the sphere one more time, just by yourself, and your helpers still have their hands on the sphere on the outside, almost as if it's charging you up, giving you some of the medicine for the healing that your body is asking for. Seeing if you can open up the, like, this energetic circulation. We'll just start at the top of your head. Pamao tioma kia tianu shema wae, opening up. Paku paku tiana tuyawa shema wae. Yanu yanu pamama kia shemau kia. Yanu kama shiwaye. Relaxing the top of the head, the back of the head, everything inside the head, settling it down, quieting, taking a brain break. Atu tama, relaxing your forehead, relaxing the strands of hair, relaxing that beautiful area between the eyebrows. Relaxing our eyes and all the things they've seen from the beginning of your time to right now, just relaxing them. Relaxing your sinuses, asking that if anything needs to open or clear or heal in the sinuses, that that happens. Relaxing the ears and all the ears, whatever they do for us, all the things known and unknown. Feeling this opening on our upper back between our shoulder blades, this beautiful opening. So we can release some of this pressure inside of us. But it's a giving and receiving. So it's like we're receiving this beautiful, energy from outside of us for our best and highest good, but we're also releasing some of the steam, some of pressure. I also see that there's someone putting around this opening, this circle in your back. I see them, they're like writing these symbols all around the circle on your back. And you get to decide, like, what do these symbols mean for you? Is it strength? Is it protection? Is it for releasing? Is it to remember who you were, who you are? And releasing the back of your neck, your smile muscles, your jaw, the front part of your throat, everything inside the throat, the neck area, everything inside the head, the sinuses, the hearing, the swallowing. Going to where the high heart is and opening there as well to relieve some of the pressure. And they're also coming in and they are gifting something in that heart space, whether it is the symbols, or maybe it's another gift that I don't see for you. Really releasing the things. It's like a drain. And in the heart space, that beautiful area, calling in the settling of the heart, seeing it beat in a healthy way, seeing the heart and the jobs that it does, loving it. Thank you for helping us feel. Opening up the chest area, the shoulders. Feeling this beautiful healing, this beautiful releasing. Kano tiano kushima, kiatu yano tia, tiano yama kushe tiama kuyewa ma shewa. And this beautiful feeling of relaxation and being a witness to what's going on in our own body, our physical body, and just seeing that whoosh, whooshing down through our body, through our feet and beyond. The ones who have wings here, I see like the wings being brushed off, energized, upgraded. And they say, good with the physical, let's do the spiritual. Matyo, Matyo, Aishewa. So feeling this beautiful swoosh or this wind coming from above you and just blowing off this spiritual layer of us. Patyanu she shana mawa shemawa. Yanu tiama kiana tama shewa. And they say, see if you can feel that connection, that rope, that support rope from outside of us and outside of our team. Do you feel as if anybody, like your faith, Mother Nature, Creator? See if there's this like a rope being offered. And then for the emotional layer of us, of our body, of our humanness, they show like from, it's not the top to the bottom this time, it's from the front of you to the back of you. Yanu, as if somebody, like the mother or the grandmother is like kneading bread. Tia tia, the dough. Paku shema yenama wa shewa. As if, when you're kneading the dough and it's like these little bubbles pop up. It's like that's what they're doing for anything that needs to be released. Atu maka yenama kushewa. Really loving that emotional layer of us and having that go through our lower back, our hips, our pelvic floor, the knees, legs, lower legs, ankles, and just taking a moment for those places that you feel things physically, emotionally, or spiritually. You can pause on those because this is your journey, and you can do more kneading, more blowing. Um, Feeling the ankles, the top of the feet, the bottom of the feet, the heel, the toes. Feeling the elbows, the forearms, the wrists, the top of the hand, the bottom of the hand, and the fingernails. And if anybody would like to work on the mental layer of us, it's almost as if calling in some sort of animal, whether a bird, something that collects things, like anything that collects pollen, like a butterfly comes in and they'll drink the nectar, or the bees, the busy little bees, or the ants. Um, just really thinking of this mental layer and offering what needs to be released, the mental stuff, and just seeing our helpers take that away for us. And while that's happening, just check in with yourself. Can you feel the energy flowing, the circulation a little bit better? And we can always ask our helpers for help. I see that there's some stuck energy in the back, the lower back. And they're like, imagine that there's a coffee filter there. This is the lower back is a great place for support. And if our filters are too full, from holding burdens for ourselves or burdens for others, or if you feel energetically that you've been betrayed in this area from the back, or kicked emotionally there from the beginning of your time to right now, we might need to take that like coffee filter out and tap it off to the side. They're showing me that there's a rock there. They say the rock is like, tap it on me, it'll be perfect. And then there's this beautiful spring near the rock that you can wash the filter and make sure all of that is out. Before you put the filter in, just check the filter holder in this lower back. We might want to put some spring water in there too for inflammation, and rinse it all out. There's an elder, a grandmother coming, and she's like, wait, wait, wait. She's trying to hurry, but she's doing it in the elder kind of way. And she comes in and she's like, wait, I want to put something in there first before you put the filter, something that is um, handmade and soft. As if when somebody puts, or yourself, you put a warm blanket from the dryer on you, it just helps relax everything. And then you can put that filter right back in your back and know that you can, wherever there's pain, wherever there's pressure, you can do this. And now in the sphere, step out of the sphere. And now this is a collective one where we all put our hands on the outside of the sphere. And add whatever it is collectively that's outside of you, outside of your family, something that's happening out there in the world, whether we're aware or unaware of it. Add them to this beautiful big sphere. and we're all holding space. We're all sharing the rope. It's not between us and our helpers now. We're all sharing the rope of support. If one of us stumbles or falls, there's always support there. It goes all around the outside of the sphere. And we can also offer it to whatever you have placed in the sphere as well. It's a beautiful offering. It doesn't mean that they'll pick it up. And just having this or sharing this beautiful feeling of that you see and you witness and you feel. But being a witness and seeing it and having empathy for that doesn't mean that we take on this burden for ourselves, because that's not appropriate. But it is appropriate to see them, to witness it, and to have empathy for it outside of us in this beautiful sphere. And if you're holding on to anything that is like someone else's burden, which is a very easy thing to do, we just ask that while we're holding this sphere, that those things fall off us, like almost like a rock slide off of our shoulders, off the top of our head, like really releasing ourselves from a burden that's not ours, or if it's one you would like to step out of a little bit or a lot. You can always pick these things up after, but just see them like rock, tumbling rocks, this heaviness. And while we're doing this collective work, just looking at your heart again, anything in that chest area or anything that's popping up right now for you in your body, and just say, I see you, I hear you, and thank you for everything that you do. And if anybody would like to like put their forehead down and imagine it on the outside of this sphere. Feeling this pulse, this energy, this wave that kind of goes um, within us and through us. And while we do this work, we just ask that our energy is balanced. And I know that balanced doesn't mean equal. I know that balance means that something asks for more than the other thing. But just seeing that it's not stuck in one position, the teeter totter can move. It's not stuck. It doesn't need any spiritual WD 40. This seesaw, this teeter totter, this balancing act we do, it's not stuck. Putting some extra support on the lower back again. There are these beautiful things in shamanism called the bands of light. So choose a band of light to have your helpers place this around your torso, your lower back area, just for added support, the band of light. And relax your belly. Giving some final love to the ones we've placed in our sphere. Wishing them the best and seeing the sphere clear out, thanking the sphere, feeling your hands move off of the sphere and your helpers stepping back and away, checking in with your energy, your flow. Calling all of ourselves back into our body and thanking ourselves for this time, this journey, but calling all of us back, tapping ourselves back into our body. I know I love being in La La Land, but we need to come back. Some of us have to grocery shop and vacuum. It's easier if we're in our body. You can shake a little bit. Woo! And welcome back. I want to wish all of you the best week ever. Yeah, and I'm really happy that we're all here together. If anybody wants to reach out to me, this is my email. Sometimes the journeys can unearth some things, and I just want to let you know you're not alone. This is my email. You can email me, and if there's anything that you do want to share, you can share. If it's something that you want to share that might help other people as well, you can comment after this, after we're done being live, and you can add it as a comment. Those really help me, and they help other people when you share. And and yeah, it was really fun hanging out with you today. Next Monday, I will not be here. I'll be returning from Sedona, so I will be on an airplane. So next Monday, I will not be here. And also next weekend, I'll be in Sedona. So there will be, I will not be a part of like the light language or the Sunday on the sofa or the Kundalini rising, but I will return the weekend after, all charged up from Sedona and saying goodbye to a friend that stepped out of the physical there. So all my love to you guys and your people. And I'm so happy that we have this rope. All right, everybody, you guys take care. I'll see you further on down the road. Bye.